everybody. My name's Lisa Tedesco. You can just call me Lisa T. I'm 53. The year I was born, Lisa was the most common name. And you'd think my mother Mary, having lived through that same experience, would have wanted me to have a more unique name, but anyway, I was Lisa Marie, a little before Lisa Marie Presley. And so when I was in school, I always had to be Lisa T, because there were always 5 other Lisas in the classroom. And sometimes there were even more than one Lisa T. So everybody always asks me if I'm related to Tommy Tedesco. There's some question about that. I did find a Tommy Tedesco on Ancestry that I'm twice removed from, and my dad was always a fan of his when I was growing up. He would buy any album that he played on, which meant he had a lot of albums. I think it's estimated that he played on maybe 25,000 at least. Recordings in the Los Angeles area, and he's been passed away for about 20 years now. But anyway, that's the answer to that. If I am related to him, I never got to meet him, but he is a tremendous musician, and justifiably, he is very well loved. So anyway, I'm making this video. I've never made a video before, so excuse me while I just kind of shake my way through this. I have anxiety, but we're going to get through this together. So anyway, I was going to just introduce myself, but something pretty cool happened. A few records that I ordered actually came in right after I told Rachel. See, now that's what I should have started with. Rachel, thank you so much for giving me the courage to do this. Rachel is absolutely wonderful. She does a live feed every day. Right now, I'm so nervous that I am forgetting the name of her channel, if she's the Vinyl Mam or the Record Mam. Hang on, I'm looking. She's neither. She's the Music Mam. Anyway. But I really enjoy her. She's just seems like a really cool, sweet, supportive person. I've been following a lot of vinyl channels. I started collecting records. I think I was about 3 or so, my earliest memory of the record player. My dad had a record player that was on a... it was like a little suitcase. You know, I know everybody knows those suitcase record players, and I think just about everybody who's a certain age, probably that's how you started, I would think. But my dad, for the longest time, that's how he had to listen to his records, you know, because he just didn't have the money to buy what he wanted, so... but I used to go into his room and I would steal it or borrow it. I would borrow it, but no, I was actually thinking I could steal it, because then I would put it under my bed and hide it so I could keep it. And it was so funny that I was so in love with just the whole idea of vinyl and holding my music and looking at the album cover and reading. I didn't even care what it was. In fact, I think one of my most played records when I was 4 was a comedy album of W.C. Fields and Charlie McCarthy, which, there's no way I got the jokes. I didn't, actually. I just sat there and listened to it. And then I had Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with a little book, and but anyway, so I've loved vinyl for a long time. I've kept vinyl records. my whole life. I did switch to CDs. A lot of my favorite music I have on CD, but I've recently just really wanted to get back into my record collection. Start taking better care of my records. When I was younger, I did not take care of them. All of my jackets are just trashed. Anyway, so I was telling you, I got some records in today. The first thing is brand new that I actually got on Amazon, mainly because I had been looking for it everywhere and just couldn't find it. And if you're a fan of Talking Heads, which I am, I'm a huge Talking Heads fan, you know how important their rhythm section was actually to the band. David Byrne is a tremendous performer, great lyricist, nothing against him, but Tina Weymouth on bass and Chris France on drums, married couple, they just, they were so important to their success. But anyway, it became apparent to me. And then listening to, they have their own band called Tom Club that they started in the 80s when David Byrne and Jerry Harrison went off to do solo projects. They were like, well, I guess we should do one too. So they did. And of course, everybody's heard Genius of Love. But this is one that they put out in 2012 called Downtown Rockers. It's just a fun, groovy record. That's all they're about. If you're looking for anything particularly cerebral, no, you're not going to find it with Tom Club. Not really. They're just keeping it fun. Funk is my favorite genre by far, although my taste is just all over the place. I love everything. But funk and soul, early R&B, definitely my favorites. So anyway, I finally got Downtown Rockers. Had to settle for a brand new copy off of Amazon. Was hoping to, find it in a record store somewhere, but sometimes you just break down and do what you got to do. So this last record store day, maybe I need to make 2 videos. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to show you this other Tom Club that I just picked up. This was a record store day in August. And you'll see Genius of Live. You see Tina Weymouth on the cover. Bumping booties with Grandmaster Flash. They've done a lot of work with him. And this is some songs off of their 1980 debut album. They played, it's a live show. It says October 14th, 2001. I have the Genius of Live. This is a reissue. This is Genius of Live 2020. I have not listened to it yet because we have been kind of in transition. My husband and I, his name's Tony Metzger. He's the best guy in the world. Everybody should know that. He and I bought a fixer-upper about 5.5 years ago, and then we both proceeded to get sick. I fought cancer. He had ended up needing 3 surgeries because of an intestinal rupture. And so basically a lot of stuff just didn't get done. You see these nice red walls? That's about as far as we got. And then everything was just kind of put on hold. And so my records are actually all in crates and put away because I didn't want them to get destroyed with all of the dust and from all the various, half-done projects in the house. And also I foster cats. And so I was wanting to protect the records from the cats. So right now we are in the process of moving everything to the basement where I'm going to be putting up my shelves and my, setup. And so right now I'm still having to listen to my music on CDs and Spotify. Very much looking forward to getting my turntable back up. I just can hardly wait. It just feels like a part of my soul is missing without it. But anyway, I'm going to show off the record store day purchases, I think, in another video, because this is already 10 minutes long, and I'm sure I've just been sitting here rambling. I've been so nervous I don't even remember what the fuck I've been saying. Hang on. I'm going to put a link to Rachel, the Music Mam. Even though all of you probably are already subscribed to her and know her, just in case anybody happens upon my video that doesn't, that way you can, you know, give her a follow. 2 of my foster cats hate each other, and they are, you know, announcing it for the 100th time already today. Milo and Buzzy. Okay, so yeah, as soon as I finish with this, I'm going to do the record store day 2 box that I just got, because yeah, I just don't want this video to be too long. Thank you so much for watching. You know, everybody always tells everybody, subscribe, like, you know, yeah, do that please if you would. I'd appreciate it, just because it's nice to know when you're making these videos that it's not just going into ether. Although, I gotta be honest with you, there's a part of me that hopes nobody sees this at all. But that's not good. I'm trying to grow. So, okay. So, Lisa T, peace and love. Out.